My name is Dewi Anggraini. I am a lecturer at Department of Architecture Interior in Universitas Ciputra, Surabaya, Indonesia. I would like to present my paper titled The Four Attributes of Kampung as Living Heritage. As we know, Kampung is a very familiar urban settlement in Indonesia. The first attribute is about the numbering of the address system, which is considered a mix of European style and the Asian style. The European style was introduced by the colonial government, and the Asian style was introduced by the Japanese colonial government. So until today, we have the numbering and address system of a mix from the street names with a number based on the position, the location of the buildings from one end of the street. The first attribute is the numbering and the address system, which is very unique because it's mix between the European style, which was introduced by the colonial government, and the Asian style, which is introduced by the Japanese government during the colonial era. This mix is still used until today in Indonesia in many urban areas. The number of the buildings and the name of the streets, plus the RT, RW, and kecamatan, kabupaten, or kota madya. The second attribute is about the existence of gates and guard posts. Both of these features are very unique to Indonesia because it is kind of expression of the pride of the residents, especially during the Independence Day on August 17th every year during the festival. The residents are all gathering some money and they decorate the gates and also the front of their houses with flags and some paper or some decorations which will show how they are proud of their region or their neighborhoods. Another meaning of gates and guard posts are also as the social gathering. Sometimes they use this as the meeting point where the residents in that neighborhood meet with another residents in another neighborhood, or sometimes they use it as a routine gathering, and they use it also for the religious activities every year. The third attribute is the use of street in front of their house as the social gathering as well as the private venues or occasion. Some residents, they wash their clothes, they dry their clothes or wash their dishes, and even cook and even take a bath for children's playing, or even just sitting and drinking or eating or reading some newspaper at the front of their house right besides the streets. And somehow this street, it's like belong to the people whose house were next to it. The fourth attribute is the mixed use of building and a land for retail. We know so many small shops called warung in Indonesia. It's where people or residents nearby are dining in. Also, warung can provide the daily necessities. Inside the kampung, some residents, they open their front space of their houses, their terrace or their front yard, just to provide the daily necessities for the residents in the neighborhood. As a conclusion, these 4 attributes of Kampung will serve well Kampung as the living heritage, because it's basically not the physical built environment, but the activity of the resident will determine the function of the physical attributes. So we can see the meaning behind Kampung as the heritage is very important and determine it as having a sustainable value. Thank you so much and good afternoon. Bye bye.